What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of a few Nerf assembler gear products. These products are based on a few Avengers Infinity War characters and feature a very similar single-shot spring-powered blaster with all sorts of attachments. It's pretty cool. They're sold separately, but they're cross-compatible with components, so you can switch out core blasters, accessories, the little barrels, and everything. It's a pretty interesting concept, so let's get into the review. I'd like to thank this video's sponsor, Guns of Boom. Guns of Boom is a first-person shooter available on mobile, super dynamic and easy to play. The game features a lot of cool different weapons, maps, customization, and game mods, and there's been over 40 million downloads within just a year. No wonder with such an easy-to-play game with constant content updates and in-game events, such as the event that's active right now with Danny Trejo. The Danny Trejo tournament is ending soon, so act fast if you want to participate. Install Guns of Boom now with the link in the description box below and you get a huge starter pack, including a Dark Stalker helmet, armored jacket, Panther pants, machine gun, and bonus gold to buy whatever you want. Thanks again to Guns of Boom for sponsoring this video. Download link is available in the description box below. Play contents. So these kits are sold separately. The ones I have here for review: Hulk, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Captain America. They also offer a Star-Lord version, but my Target wasn't stocking that one, so I don't have it. And I paid about $25 US for each one of these kits, and again, they are sold separately. This is a bulk review. So each kit is built sort of around the respective character that it's trying to represent. Like this is the Hulk core blaster. And each one of them is fairly unique. It's not just like a basic paint reskin with the same components with new colors. It's a bit more involved with that, like the Captain America shield. Obviously, that would be inappropriate for Spider-Man. They can't just switch out the logo and say, hey, Spider-Man has a shield now. So each kit is pretty unique in their form factor and which attachments are included, but they're all based around sort of the same concept. Each one of the blasters is a single-shot spring-powered blaster that you can front load like that, a simple priming handle, and the trigger is just a side button like this to press. The form factor of the priming handle and the trigger change a little bit from blaster to blaster, but that is universal. And each core blaster has a ton of attachment points. This is the Hulk one. It has 2 normal rails and then 2 rail mounts. So the rails hold attachments and then the rail mount holds other rails. So if you wanted to connect Spider-Man blaster to the Hulk, you can use the Spider-Man rail and the Hulk rail mount to slide it on in there. And because each core blaster and each attachment has rail mounts upon rail mounts, and there are so many possibilities, you can combine these in so many different ways. The rails are very similar to Instrike Tactical rails, and they are somewhat compatible, but they aren't completely the same. For example, this is a modulus scope with a traditional rail mount, and it can slide on there, but this rail isn't long enough for the front tooth to lock in. So it's on there, but it's not like stable, and it's not quite as firm as when you attach this modulus scope to a normal Nerf blaster rail. But if you wanted to put this thing onto your Nerf blaster with the rail attachment point, you can. Like this is a modulus rail, and it can snap on there. So it's kind of one-way compatible, well, 1.5 way, because this will fit, just not very well. But up in the front of each blaster is a barrel mount. So this is like the Hulk barrel, and it can slide right on in there. And the mounting technology is very similar to the Instrike attachment lug, which is found on many of the Nerf Instrike blasters, at least in the sense that you can slide it on, and then you twist, and it's locked into place. However, this barrel mounting system is not compatible at all with normal Nerf barrel attachments. First, the little lug spacing isn't the exact same, and there's also this shroud around there. I think it's specifically designed to prevent you from attaching normal barrels. This can attach just the tip, but it doesn't slide on and you can't lock it into place. So this is not reverse compatible or one-way compatible. It's just not compatible at all, which kind of bums me out because it totally looks the same. So when I was looking online, it's like, okay, is that compatible? And it looked like it, but it's not. So bummer. However, within the assembler gear product line, like all of these superhero ones, all of these barrels are cross-compatible with each other. So if you wanted to put Iron Man on front of Hulk, you totally can. This is the barrel attachment lug and this is the barrel attachment. So I would consider this to be the male and that to be the female. Just like on a wall outlet, the plug that you hold in your hand is the male, the wall outlet itself is the female because it goes inside. I'm not trying to get sexual or weird, that's just how that system is named. So male, female, but then on the back here, there's also another female mount, which allows this blaster to sort of become a barrel attachment, so you can attach it inside of a barrel attachment lug. And it can go on forever because all of the blasters have these. So you can just put everything together. This is all 4 blasters, and if you had more, you could totally continue it out, just like with modulus barrels. So you have a barrel attachment in the front, barrel attachment in the back, all sorts of rail space. The whole point is customizability out the yin-yang. Again, this core blaster is the Hulk blaster. This one is the Spider-Man blaster, and it has a little hand grip under here. Barrel in the front, barrel in the back, top rail, side rail, but no rail attachment lugs. Prime the Spider-Man one, you do that, and then this little thing is just the trigger to fire. Iron Man, barrel in the front, barrel in the back, top rail, bottom rail mount, so this can go on top of another rail. Priming handles on the sides like that, then you can push this little button and it fires. And Captain America, barrel attachment, 2 tack rails on the top, and then a tack rail mount on the bottom. Little side maroon priming handles, like that. Then the push button trigger. Friendly fire. So each core blaster is unique and they are different from each other, but they're all pretty much the same. Single shot pistol with the barrels and all of that. Different rail options and different attachments as well. So that's it for the core blasters. Now onto the accessories. The accessories, just like the core blasters, are very unique in each kit, but also if you take a step back, they're all pretty much the same. Like you have barrel attachments, which are, you know, Spider-Man, Iron Man, unique to the characters, but still super flashy, unnecessary long barrels, which are kind of the same. And each one of these attachments has more attachment rails and rail attachment points, and even some unusual barrel attachment lugs, like this is the Iron Man one. You're supposed to point this forward, and if you want to, you can attach a barrel popping out of the side. I don't know why you'd want to, but that's cool. I think the real question is why not why. So the Spider-Man barrel here can be attached as a barrel, but then under here it also has a rail mount, so you can attach a different tactical rail to it, like that, which is just crazy. And this has another one, so you can stack these as much as you want as well. And the Iron Man has the same thing on the bottom, but also a normal end strike rail up here. So if you wanted to put one of these other attachments up there, it's ridiculous. I mean, I really can't go over every single one because it would be a 35-minute video. But the Captain America shield is pretty cool and worth going over because it's substantial. It has a little hand grip under here, so you can hold it like a shield. But then under here, it has 2 rail mounts, so this can be attached to like the actual blaster in whatever configuration you want. And I really appreciate that the side of these shields can, well, first spin, but also they aren't attached with some proprietary system that makes this exclusive to the shield. This is the same style tack rail in here and the tack rail mount in here. Might be more obvious to connect this to turn it into a shield, but if you wanted to put a different blaster here, I mean, you can. I mean, it's just an interesting concept. Is this practical? Well, no, it's the first one that could fit. They didn't have to do that, but they did anyways. So this thing just has all sorts of rails and rail mounts all over it. And these rails happen to spin a little bit, so you can kind of like make the Captain America shield spin like this. So if you wanted to, you know, like look or, I don't know, whatever. That's the Captain America shield, super modular. I think everything is super tactical, and that's what I want to call it, but it's more like Transformers modularity. And it can really get your creative juices going if you're trying to assemble the kit in a particular way. I mean, it's fun to kind of problem solve. I feel like I'm also doing Legos. And there's just rails upon rails. Like this is the Hulk fist with the fist front. But if you're like, I want a Hulk punch as well as, you know, like Iron Man attack, you can do this and it looks like I'm flicking you off. I'm not flicking you off. Hulk is flicking you off. And Iron Man. Okay, so that's the overview. Each kit, again, comes with 1 core blaster with various attachments. But the compatibility and the possibilities of assembly combinations is insane. And the assembly process is fun, and if you're like a cosplayer or you just want to dress up like these characters, that's fun in itself. But as far as the firing performance goes, it's pretty bad, but I will just show you. Yeah, so performance is absolutely awful, like really bad. I put these blasters up in my chronograph. The Captain America blaster achieved an average velocity of 29 feet per second. The Hulk blaster achieved an average velocity of 31 feet per second. The Iron Man blaster achieved an average velocity of 31 feet per second. And the Spider-Man blaster achieved an average velocity of 29 feet per second, which compares pretty terribly to the elite par of 70 feet per second, which can be expected for most blasters on the market today. 30 FPS is really, really bad, and you can just see that. You can hear it when it fires. It just sounds like you're dry firing. It's certainly not a blaster that's designed around performance. So firing performance is pretty bad. I didn't break any of the products or have any jams or malfunctions. Single shot spring blasters very rarely jam. So getting to my personal opinion on these products, breaking it down to your playstyle and why you're watching this video. If you're a cosplayer or you want to like dress up in costume to pretend you are these superheroes, I am totally not a qualified source to give you an opinion on these products. That being said, it's really cool to customize each one of these blasters. All of the compatibility, and you can just build whatever you want. These rails upon rails, the customization is insane. Even the barrel attachments have, you know, end in-strike tack rails and tack rail mounts, and it's just crazy. So it's really fun to be able to customize your stuff, and you could enjoy that process in itself without even shooting anybody or even shooting the blasters. So if you're after that element of these products, you know, I would say go for it. However, if you just buy one kit, it's not quite as like immersive. I had a lot of fun mixing and matching because I bought all four, but that's about $100. And if that's the only reason you're buying this stuff, you might stick to like action figures or, you know, non-firing blasters that can be, you know, cooler props and whatnot. However, that's not a field I have a whole lot of knowledge in, so I don't want to spew an uneducated opinion all over that. But my opinion as a nerfer for other nerfers who are looking at these products as a potential buy, I'm a little disappointed that the compatibility isn't perfect. This is a Strife with a normal barrel attachment lug, showing this doesn't work, lay bummer. But the assembler gear rail mount here will slide onto an in-strike tactical rail. The spacing isn't set up the same way, so there is a little bit more wobble. That in-strike tactical tooth isn't being activated, which kind of locks it into place a little bit. It fits, but you know, that just looks goofy. I think it would be hilarious to attach this to the front of the barrel. And it doesn't work either direction, so you can't put on your normal Nerf barrels onto the assembler gear products. But I suppose the rail attachment system is good enough for some application. This product shoots so poorly, like the performance is so bad, it's really not worth attaching this little blaster to like your normal Nerf blaster. So I can't recommend these as accessory packs that happen to shoot, like, you know, the modulus combo kits that came with the stock, the barrel and all of that. That's what I was hoping for out of this kit, and it had potential to hit the entire normal Nerf blaster market with that cross compatibility. Like for normal Nerfers that don't care at all about the Avengers characters, like me, I'd love to put that on my barrel, but I'm not going to play with these products by themselves. But I'm a Nerfer, not a cosplayer. Apples and oranges. But these apples are pretending to be oranges. Little. So there's my super long, dragged out personal opinion on the assembler gear products. Again, each kit is sold separately for about $25 each. I'll have purchase links in the description box below to each kit. Hopefully my review covered the products well enough so you can make that purchase decision for yourself. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the section below. That concludes this video review. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.